Welcome back, honey bunch. Happy Thanksgiving! If you're new here, my name is Austen Smith. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm so glad that you're here today. It is Turkey Day. I just couldn't be more happy to be where I am today. I'm so thankful that I am alive, and I'm so thankful that I get to do what I love every single day. This is the start of a 3-part series on every single acting term that you need to know, including general terms, which is what this current video is about, auditioning terms, and on-set terms, including camera setups. So welcome. And yes, I'm so excited and so hungry to go eat some yummy food, but I first wanted to share this video with all of you. In the spirit of giving and giving thanks, I wanted to do a Giving Thursday this week to DARE. This is an amazing organization that I've donated to over the years. They are all about the power of prevention when it comes to violence and substance abuse among our youth. If you live in LA, you've probably seen some of their ambassadors around on Melrose or even on any Ralph's parking lot any given Saturday. They were founded in 1983, and the education program was proved so successful that it was implemented in almost every school in the US. Talk about making a difference. If you're feeling the giving spirit and would like to donate, I'll put their link in the description box down below. Here are some beginning acting lingo terms that you need to know so that you sound like you actually know what the you're talking about. There's 20, so stick around. When someone is asking for your materials, they're generally asking for your headshot, your resume, your reel, if you have one put together, and maybe could it also include your website? Here is a more in-depth video on that subject for your viewing pleasure. Headshot is exactly what you think it is. A shot of your head. But nowadays, headshots are more editorial in vibe, and they're less of like, headshots. Headshots can be theatrical, as in a shot taken for television or film, or they can be commercial in nature, which is a lighter headshot usually for commercials or even some comedic television shows or films. But one important thing to note is that they are always an 8x10 if you ever print it out. And here's a video of me doing a deep dive on that subject. I got you. A resume is, yes, a collection of some of the roles that you've done, but it is also a recipe for how to cast you next. If you're curious on how to spruce up your resume or how to create one without any experience, yes, it is possible, then this video above is for you. Reel is yet another collection of some of your best work that you've done as an actor. It's generally clips of produced work, clips that in total are no more than 2 minutes. It has your best and most recent clip first, so you want to keep them watching. If you're curious about what mine looks like or how to format your own, then this video series is also for you. An actor website is not necessarily a necessity anymore because we have social media now. However, you may want to purchase your domain name so that nobody else can have a website that has your name. It's a boss move. But if you do decide to have a website, I'd say put in an updates page, maybe to showcase what you have going on next. Always have your headshots listed and your contact info. Your website is where you can really make people aware of your brand. Your team consists of an agent, manager, publicist, stylist, accountant, lawyer, etc. It could go on. If you're first starting out, then you won't have a full team or maybe no team at all. And that's okay. I'm still missing a publicist and a lawyer. But it's always fun, and it's never too early to compile a list of the industry creatives that you want on your team. And you can be really specific as to why you want to work with these people. Maybe you have an actor that you always see is just rocking these dope-ass outfits on the red carpet. Find out who their stylist is. After all, you're going to be paying them. The rep every actor craves. An agent is someone who submits you to auditions, which can generally be exclusive to agencies and not listed on breakdown services. Find you some hell yes reps that you love and you deserve. More on that later. When you have a manager, you have more of a personal relationship with that person. They are the ones who are truly guiding you and are truly helping you, basically holding your hand, helping you manage your career. They can be a doozy. They're the ones who can help point you in the right direction. They're the ones who are with you on red carpets. They're the ones who are the first point of contact when someone wants to get in touch with you. Usually, and ideally, managers have under 30 clients. This way, you can be sure that they are able to do their jobs well and thoroughly without worrying about 50 plus 100,000 whatever clients that you'll usually find agents have. You want this relationship to be individualized. After all, you're gonna be the one paying them. Publicist is someone who helps you with your public image. They're the ones getting you the deadline article announcements or features in or covers on magazines. They are perfect for hiring right before your new project comes out. Keep in mind, publicists, if that are good at their jobs are generally anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Yikes. So generally, actors hire publicists for a few months at a time when they have a project coming up. So unless you're a huge celebrity or are a series regular or something like that, you probably won't really need a publicist or have a publicist on payroll at all times. That's just so much money. You now know what an actor's team consists of. Now, let's see what putting those acting materials to use can bring you. This is also known as being called in, going out for, going in for, having an appointment, in-person, audition, or self-tape. This is how actors land roles, unless the actor is a celebrity, in which case they may be offer only, which means they never audition for projects and only receive offers all the time. Just coming in. Talk about happening in May, huh? This is what you'll be doing when you're first starting out if you don't have reps. You'll be self-submitting your materials on casting sites in order to receive auditions. For self-submissions, you'll usually be submitting your profile on that particular casting site, which will generally contain your name, your contact info, your headshot, your sizes, your resume, your skills, and real footage if you have it. If you'd like more info on which casting sites you definitely need to be on, click the link up above, and I'll also link it in the description box down below for you. When you're self-submitting for TV, you'll generally see in parentheses whether the role is a co-star, guest star, recurring, or series regular, as well as information about whether or not the project is union or non-union. Let's get into it. A breakdown is information sent out about the character and about the project. You sometimes receive information about their age range or the preferred ethnicity of the character, as well as some personality traits. A breakdown is what accompanies an audition. So if you receive an audition through a casting website, or if your rep sends you an audition, you'll also receive the breakdown that goes along with the project. If you're lucky, there's also information about how this character relates to other characters in the project. And if you're really, really lucky, then there's a synopsis of the project also on the breakdown. And then if you have the best reps in the entire world, you also receive the script. Sides are what you'll be auditioning with. Usually, the sides are just a couple of pages from the script from the project that you're going to be going in for. Sometimes, though, they're what are called dummy sides, in which case the sides have nothing to do with the project at all. And sometimes you'll receive these sides when you're going out for huge films like in the MCU, or if you're going out for super top secret projects like American Horror Story. Sometimes, oftentimes, the sides will be watermarked with your name or your agency's name, just in case they are leaked on the internet. They know who to blame. Background, also referred to as extra work, is exactly what you think it means. It's an actor who is in the background helping to create the life of the universe for the project. So for these kind of roles, there's no dialogue. Generally, in order to get one of these roles, you submit your headshot, and then if they like your look, you're in. Working in background is great, especially when you're first starting out, because you'll be able to see how sets run. And oftentimes you'll be able to see some of your favorite actors up close and personal and see how they work. Featured actor is someone who will have their face featured in some way during the scene. Maybe it's to help establish the environment, maybe it's because they liked your particular look and your facial expressions that you give, maybe to establish the mood. For these roles, there's generally no dialogue, but again, it's great when you're first starting out because you can still see how the set's running and get a feel for the industry. Co-star is a role that has 1 to 5 lines generally, in usually one scene. Co-stars are used to further the story and to fill out some of the cast to make it real. They bring life into the world, even if their line is coffee. Co-stars are the roles that you'll generally be going out for when you're first starting out. A guest star is an actor who is a guest on the show. Duh, but like, what is it? Alright, they will generally have multiple scenes alongside some of the top players on the show and a good amount of dialogue and screen time. These characters usually have names, and it's just a really great gig and higher pay. You'll usually be on set for the entire week of filming on and off, probably like 3 to 5 days, whereas a co-star, you'll be on set for 1 day. Recurring is an actor in multiple episodes on the same show. You could be a recurring co-star or a recurring guest, depending on how you're billed in the credits. Having a recurring role is it's fantastic. You generally know the episode schedule for the season ahead of time so that you can plan around that and still audition and film projects in between those episodes. The golden star every actor desires is a series regular. Series regulars generally make bank. Per episode, we're talking like minimum starting out salary of $20,000 per episode. And you're generally guaranteed 7 out of 10 of those episodes, at least more than half, And then you generally sign your contract deal for multiple seasons. You can shoot for the season, which is anywhere from 4 to 7, 8 months, and then take the rest of the year off. Or when you finish wrapping the season, you can go off and hustle and do more projects or not. So many options, so much money. And hopefully if you are, or you do end up landing the series regular role, it's on a show that you love and it's a loving, welcoming set and it's just fun to go to work, hopefully. Residuals are a huge deal. I made most of my money this year off of my commercial residuals. I worked more commercially last year than I ever have in my entire life, and it's paying my bills. Basically, residuals are when an actor gets paid every time their project airs, and that payment diminishes slowly after every time. The checks usually come in cycles, about every 8 to 12 weeks. So if you land a co-star, guest star, recurring, or series regular on a network show or book a commercial, be sure to look for those residuals, especially if you know it's airing, and ask around and get people to tell you where they saw your commercial or how many times your episode's been aired. Keep track of that. Oh, SAG-AFTRA. SAG-AFTRA is the union that you will ultimately have to join. You don't have to, but if you want to work on union projects, you're gonna have to. They have rules in place to protect you, protect your safety, protect your health, as well as rules set in place to pay you for your time. This includes overtime, your time and a half, your meal penalties, your per diem, paying you for your forced calls. It adds up. And not to mention health insurance and pension benefits. So if you're thinking of joining the union, or you already are in the union, I encourage you to do your research and stay up to date on all the latest information on the SAG-AFTRA website, and I'll link them in the description box down below. Non-union projects are projects that are not affiliated with SAG-AFTRA. Generally, non-union projects are lower paying, and they're what you'll generally be doing when you're first starting out. This includes your student films, industrials, commercials, and independent features. It's a great way to get started in the industry. If you enjoyed the content in this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to sharing the rest of the video series with you all. I really think it's going to be so helpful. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite thing to eat is for the holidays. Mine is collard greens. Ooh, can't get enough of them. What can I say? On another note, this game's called Murder will be in theaters December 3rd and on demand. So you know what that means, right? Another red carpet. My next video will be behind the scenes of that red carpet event and getting ready with me. I just think it's so fun and so cool for people to see that. But after that, we'll be right back with this video series. I'll see y'all Thursday after next. Bye.